Like to invite you to a free masterclass this morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. I know this is very short notice. Please forgive me, but this is an important class. Now, the good news about this, first of all, what is it about? If you're feeling stuck or blocked, I know these terms sound strange, but this is something I hear on a daily basis. So many people will come to me as a last resort because they're like, I've already done everything, I have tried everything, I work so hard, I'm doing all the right things, but I still feel like I can't get a breakthrough. I still feel like I have this plateau. I still feel like I'm attracting toxic relationships. I have this creative block. I have financial blocks. I continue attracting bad people into my life. I have eating disorders. I have addiction to working or working out. I have burnout, anxiety, fear of speaking. And no matter what, I keep being stuck. Procrastination, self sabotage, those are kind of the symptoms of these, right? But what if I told you that it's not about having to work harder or doing more, but it's actually about helping you understand what might be the cause of that block so that you can finally, instead of having to chase, you can start attracting easier and better. And the tricky part about this is that sometimes these blocks aren't obvious. What are obvious is the symptoms, right? Hey, I keep procrastinating, I keep self sabotaging, I have this anxiety, I have fear of speaking, right? Those are all the symptoms. But if that's what we experience, then those are the things that will hold us back because they often are the cause for staying in the comfort zone, so to speak, right? So this class is designed to help you. And by the way, there is about 7 core blocks that I will address. I call them subconscious blocks. Subconscious because it's not obvious. It is underneath the surface. And this is why they are sometimes tricky and difficult to detect. But this is exactly why I'm doing this class, so that you can understand not only what specifically is blocking you, you can detect it, you can identify it, you can understand it, and then how to release it for once and for all. Because again, I will hear so often, I've been to the doctor, I've been to the therapist, I've tried all kinds of meds, I have done self-development work, I have, been to therapy for decades, I have done the meditation, the affirmations, the visualization, I work so hard, and I just feel like I keep staying in the same loop. And it does feel like a loop. Sometimes it does feel like, no matter what, it's just everybody else is succeeding, everybody else is happy, all these other people are taking action, but for whatever reason, I feel fear. Or again, this masterclass today at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Again, sorry, short notice. The good news though is it is in my free Facebook group, private Facebook group, that is going to be a Facebook Live, which means it will be recorded. Even if you miss this live right now, you can always go back to that class and simply join. I will make sure I answer all the questions. What else? So again, this class, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, in my private Facebook group, it's called Peak Performance Consulting. Feel free to join. And even if it's days later, you can still watch the rerun and ask me questions if you have any questions left after the class is over. This, live will stay up. So you're not really missing anything. The only thing you might be missing is being live with me, which is unfortunate. I'd love to have you there. But either way, the information will be there. I will give you as much as I possibly can in the time that we have together. And again, once, because so often um, people, how do I say this? How could you know if this information is not around you, right? So this is literally things that are happening underneath the surface in your subconscious. You might not be aware of it. You may not know how to identify it. But once you have this information, you will be able to identify it. And once you can identify it, like who was one of my teachers said, you can't fix what you don't understand. But once you understand it, you can fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link to my free Facebook. It's a private Facebook group down below. And feel free to join. And I would love to have you there. And either way, my Facebook group, Peak Performance Consulting, which my friend Jacqueline and I, we are both partners in that group. I go live every single day and I talk about the typical problems that I get to help my clients with, whether it's anxiety or procrastination, self-sabotage, fear of speaking. In that group, every single day, I give tips and tricks on how you can reprogram, rewire your mind for more success, so that instead of you having to chase success and work so hard, you can actually attract it easier. So more thrive and less stress. All right. Thanks for your comments, you guys. I will see you in a few minutes, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, in our private Facebook group, Peak Performance Consulting. And remember, that information is going to stay up there, so don't worry if you can't join. You can always watch it at another time. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing day. I keep thinking it's Saturday. I think it's Friday, yes? Okay. Take care.